What's up, boys and girls? Chad over here at Bristol County Barbell Club, coming at you with another tip, or a helpful tip, I hope. And that would be how to improve grip strength for strength and combat athletes, and also, as a side bonus, keeping your elbows healthy. And this is a small trick that's inexpensive, and I believe anybody can do it, and you should have access to it anywhere you go, and that would be the rice bucket. Now, if you've never used a rice bucket, it's essentially a $3 or $4 Home Depot bucket that you can get at Walmart or Home Depot. You fill it with uncooked rice or sand as an alternative, somewhere around 20, 30 pounds worth. And there's 4 or 5 different exercises that you can really utilize that will help build grip strength and also keep the elbow happy and healthy. Again, both as a strength athlete, both a combat athlete, and just honestly, even general fitness if you're just having problems with your grip and elbow health. Now, again, we're going to be targeting our grip, wrist, forearm, and elbows. The exercises to start with, the first exercise is going to be what we call finger flicks. It's putting your hand in the bucket of rice and just flicking your fingers open. It's very simple. This will help balance the elbow. We live in a state where we're constantly crushing and grabbing in, whether you're a fighter, grabbing somebody and pulling them towards you, whatever it may be, or a strength athlete picking up a heavy barbell, implements if you're a strongman, farmer's carries, things like that. The next one is going to be clawing gripping motions. So that's simply just putting your hands in the bucket of rice again and clawing at it and gripping the rice. Doing both hands at a time, one hand at a time. If you kept both your hands in, I would do it, save a little bit of time. Exercise number 3, wrist rotations. This one's more for stability and mobility. Put your fist in the rice, clockwise, counterclockwise. And don't worry, I'm going to be giving programming recommendations more towards the end of the video. Exercise number 4, wrist curls, or wrist flexion and extension. So wrist curls and forearm curls. So again, put your hands in and pretend you're doing a wrist curl through the rice. Make sure it's deep enough in, that way your hand is covered in rice. And the same thing upwards, more of that wrist curl, forearm curl. Exercise number 5, forearm twist. This one is getting balls deep in there, going to the elbows and doing the same thing. Counterclockwise, clockwise, the whole deal. Those are my 5 most common exercises that I have my athletes do. Now, for programming recommendations, I would say no less than 3 times a week and no more than 5 times a week. This can be overdone. You can start to develop some joint pain from doing this too much. This is great for pre-training, post-training, or active recovery. So there's no saying you can't have this bucket and sit at home on the couch on your days off and do 3 to 5 minutes worth of all these different exercises while you're sitting there watching TV, especially if you're already having some elbow pain, or if you're just looking to increase your grip. Say you're a BJJ athlete and you feel like you can't grab onto your opponent and kind of manipulate them the way you want. This is something that can really help with that. I also really like this at the end of sessions because you're kind of already burnt out. You can superset this. You can do 1 minute at a time of whatever exercise you like, and then go finish out, whether you're supersetting with maybe some abs or neck work if you're a fighter, things like that, these little muscle groups we like to hit at the end of our days. It's also a great way to warm up if you're doing a heavy deadlift day, if you've got some weighted pull-ups coming your way. This is great if you're a rock climber, as well as all the other athletes we've talked about today. When I went to get my body tempering certification at Boston University with the football team that did it there, at every entrance they had into their weight room for the football team, they had like a 3-foot tall bucket of rice. And the strength coaches at the time said that they would make each player do a couple minutes on the way in and a couple minutes on the way out because they felt it helped with their elbow health so much that they found it as a non-negotiable. So if this D1 college that produces many NFL athletes over the years believes that strongly in it, we probably should too. And it's a very, very, very cheap alternative. It's going to all in cost you maybe $6, $7. Common mistakes. Again, this can be overtrained. If you start doing this a few times a day, weeks on end, you're more than likely going to start developing some joint pain in the wrist, potentially even in the elbows, which is we're doing this to try to help it, but we can start messing this up. So we just want to be aware of that. Just keep it to a minimum. Another one, when you put your wrist in the bucket, try not to have it bent like this. Try to have your wrist straight going down whether it's a fist, anything like that, and rotating. Just if you hit the wrist at a weird angle when you're in there or in a bent position, it's going to put a lot of extra strain on the wrist that isn't helping it. Tennis and golfer's elbow, I've seen it be therapeutic in a sense when you're already in pain, and I believe it greatly helps reduce the likelihood that you will get it. Not that it is the end-all be-all, but I have seen it help to mitigate those. Also, again, it's a major grip builder. This will help build your grip for fight sports, for life in general. I think it's a great alternative. I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to do it. You know, if there's any questions, anybody has a question about how to set it up, when to use it, past what I've already explained in this video, please DM me, leave a question, a comment, whatever it may be. If you feel like this helped you, like this, comment this, share somebody you think else it could help. Any little traction we can get on the page always helps. Again, this is Chad over at Bristol County Barbell Club, trying to help you suck a little bit less. Take it easy.